time changes with the generation that changes it, not with the older generation usually. Like 80-year-olds are still going to be living in the 1940s in their head. You know what I mean? Like 60-year-olds are still going to be living in the 1960s. Like it's just like
That's only right now though.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So like as the older people die out and as the boomers die out and as we get older, then we are, you know, the people. But then by that point, you know, people are going to be getting their eyeballs tattooed and, you know.
Maybe not. Maybe it'll go completely straight edge where people are like, ew, tattoos look gross because everyone's going to be old and saggy and everyone is covered in tattoos.
Usually things ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Right now, tattoos are pretty trendy.
I mean, everything from like conservatism to liberalism, like it ebbs and it's like whatever your parents are is what you are not. Like it's or whatever the older generation is what you are not. It's like this. That's why all this stuff is cyclical. Like even fashion is cyclical. It's like all the stuff that, you know, our parents.
Well, I mean, like I mean, it's not even that cyclical. It's I agree, it's very cyclical, but it's not even that. It's not even that. I don't know what the word I'm trying to find is. It's not even that exact. Like it's not.
True.
Like for example, if you just look back 10 years ago, fashion is drastically different than it is now. It's not even like what my parents wore as a kid is now trendy again. Like it's like what was trendy like 15 years ago is trendy again.
Well, I
like,
think about
like
high-rise jeans.
Skip.
Like 10 years ago or even 15 years ago, high-rise jeans were considered mom jeans. Now they are like the standard. Like every girl wears high-rise jeans. Like you will rarely see someone wearing a low-rise anything. So it's like what used to be considered like old and lame is like hot and new.
Yeah. I mean, I also think about like shorts on guys, like, you know, basketball players used to wear like the shortest shorts and then all of a sudden it was like super long.
Longer and longer.
Now I feel like it's kind of like mid-length.
Or how about like color blocking? Like remember like windsuits and like and like how the like, you know, pocket is a color and a sleeve is a color.
That's back.
Yeah, that's back. I think it's called color blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, color blocking. There's a lot of interesting things.
Yeah, and yeah, it is definitely weird. Fashion is pretty interesting. I'd say Atlanta is decently fashion forward when it comes to like the actual city of Atlanta, not necessarily the suburbs. The suburbs is so bland and boring.
I like Atlanta for the subcultures. That's what I fuck heavy with the subcultures of Atlanta. Like the different neighborhoods have different cultures and like you can get pretty much anything in Atlanta, and then it'll come into the city, and then like leave the city and come into the city and leave the city. I don't know. I just like there's a lot of subcultures and subgenres of different types of people, and I don't know. It just feels kind of like underground when you're like driving down Peachtree, and all of a sudden there's a gang of like, you know, 100 dudes on four-wheelers and they all have a certain aesthetic and all have a certain style and you're like, hell yeah, I fucks with that. And then you go across town and then everyone's like hella tatted into music, and then you go across town somewhere else and everyone's driving like lifted trucks, and it's like, you know, there's literally like there's all these different like subcultures that live in these different boroughs because like it's all different.
Yeah, dude, the London aesthetic is dope as hell.
Yeah, dude, I stayed in this one area with my brother. I can't remember what the area was called. There's this dope area where they have a huge outdoor like food market. Like it's not food trucks, but it's similar to like a giant food truck area kind of thing. And
kind of like a big market, outdoor like Grand Central.
No, it's like gross. Like you when you're there, you're like, I'm in the underground type shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like there's this one look up fuck. I gotta think of the name of this place. It's called Dog something, like Rave Dog or something like that. And it's like this crazy store that you know when you go to like a music festival and you're like, where the fuck did someone buy that outfit? It'd be like one of those type places.
It's kind of like
Cyberdog. Yes. Okay. It's in
like,
Camden Town is the area that I was talking about.
Is it kind of like Junkman's Daughter when you go there and you're like, what the fuck is all this shit?
I don't know what Junkman's Daughter is.
It's in Little 5 Points, and it's like a very eclectic like store where you buy a whole bunch of things that you're like, how are all of these things collected into one particular place?
Yes, but this is Cyberdog. It's like it's literally like a cyberpunk
that's really nice.
store. No, it's sick. And the whole underground part, like they've got all these sick sculptures. Like look at this. It's like literally like a robot girl like interfacing with like this other like
rave chick or something.
Yeah, it's a fucking cool store. And the whole underground part of it, it's like multiple levels deep. Like you start off on the ground floor and you keep going down and down and down. And like the lowest level of it is like a whole like sex area. Like they've got all these crazy ass like alien dildos and like dungeon shit and like stuff to tie you up and like latex full body suits and just crazy shit. Like it's a cool ass store, but that's like the type of store that would work in that area. Like it's just like a crazy area, and people with all kinds of like the people that work there are like they look like androgynous like weirdos. Like their eyebrows are shaved off and they've got like piercings on their bridge of their nose and like
contacts and
yeah,
tattoos.
It's like those type of people that are like, I want to be a sexless robot, you know, like Marilyn Manson type thing.
People with obvious past, dude. I love a good fucked up person. Like,
yeah, see, that's the thing that like that's why I kind of feel like for example, like someone with like. I was looking at this girl on Instagram. She had all these tattoos and like a bunch of them were like numbers and stuff. I'm like, if I don't even know what I would get. Like she had like 411 or something. It was like a time, and I'm like, like that obviously means something to her, but like I don't give a shit about that. But it looks cool on her.
Tattoos don't always have to be meaningful. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, what does your tattoo mean?" It means I paid money to have someone to draw something on me.
Oh, for sure.
Like my sleeve really doesn't mean anything except for it's just like
you appreciated that artist.
Not only I appreciate the artist, and it's also random elements of the home state I grew up in. So I'm just like, okay, like let me get these other like random elements, and I think this looks cool. You know, it doesn't mean anything. It's not like the rebirth and the journey of the afterlife and the growth and the cycle of the. It's like, nope, that's not what that is. It's just.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be as lame as getting a tattoo from a movie.
Yeah. That's what AJ has. Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode, you can click right here. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can click right here. If you want to watch more clips, we got 2 more right over here.